This graph is a data series I put together just to illustrate this point of increased agricultural production as income. At the left-right axis, you just see a general increase in incomes from 1961, and the background here shows you each year of the data as it is plotted. As you can see, the United States clearly had a serious advantage going back to the 1960s in terms of income per person. Agricultural production was somewhat marginally higher in the United States, but the size of the circles indicate the population, so those will get bigger as the economy or as the populations grow, and as populations shrink, they'll get smaller. So I'm going to put this data into motion over time. So we're starting in 1961, and you can see all of these agricultural countries, big producers, as you can see over time, gradual increases in India and China, Australia as well. You can see that increase in income, marginal increase in agricultural production over India, quite impressive, and China just goes right off the chart with no indication of slowing down. Also, we're only just past $4,000 per year in GDP versus over $40,000 per year in the United States. So we are still 10 times wealthier on a per capita basis, and yet our production of crops is somewhat muted in terms of the growth over those years. And the underlying concept is still very clear if we just zero in on the meat production being very intensive in terms of protein inputs, grain, essentially feedstocks being used for production of meat. So if we again reset this chart back to 1961 and look at what is happening with China relative to, say, the United States, India, the rest of the world, you can see essentially the same general trend. As time moves forward, we see a gradual increase in income per person, and yet sort of an exponential result in overall production of meat, which is of course overall consumption of feedstocks. And here we can see the same effect taking place in the consumption of nitrogen fertilizers. China caught up with us in the early 1980s in terms of overall consumption and usage, and by the end of year 2007, again outpacing us significantly, as well as the rest of the third world.